Okay, Nelson, thank you very much for making this interview
No,
possible.
thank you, Bernd.
Last minute, like so often.
Nah, man, no worries. It's like that, you know.
So you're back in Groningen here at Lola for the second time. Last year it was a solo concert.
Yeah. I was back in May here in Lola as well,
Yeah.
and I really liked the vibe. And Steven, he was a hero to put me back here again with full band. I'm always have like a really good time here in Groningen. So yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. Well, you were here on the tour for promoting your new album, Awareness Songs and Side Stories. Can you tell me a little bit about it, how you recorded that, and what the message is in general?
Awareness Songs and Side Stories is mainly like a record, yeah, about consciousness and awareness, living right here, right now, in this moment, trying to get like the best of our experiences while we are alive, and yeah, how was recorded? It was, I mean, like 4 days to record guitars, bass, and vocals, like 4 different sessions, and plus like 2 sessions to record the drums. It's all like mainly like full takes to just get the vibe of like this kind of like live music or live recording. But yeah, it was a really fun process. Like, I mean, it's our like first record, full band, like a little bit more punk. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this record.
Somewhere I saw that you recorded it in your bedroom.
No, it wasn't my bedroom. It was my friend's bedroom, and now that bedroom doesn't has a bed, so it's more like of a. It looks like more of a studio now.
Yeah. Well, can you tell me, just in general, what life is in your opinion?
In general.
Yeah.
Wow, that's yeah. No, I mean, like for me, like life is the platform to be. So, I mean, that's a fucking cool thing to acknowledge, and yeah, the fastest you acknowledge that, the better, because you just start probably living loads of more days with a smile on your face, but a true one, not a fucking fake smile programmed by fucking society. It's like life should be about the experience and not the fucking system. That's pretty much what I feel, because the system that we live in nowadays, it's oppressing us in so many fucking ways that we're not living our experience to the fullness. So that's why I think human beings need to wake the fuck up and realize that this life is gonna one day end, and so make the fucking best out of it. So that's for me life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your music is a little bit described like folk singer-songwriter, but also has a lot of punk influences.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up like a punk rocker. Like it was my background. I started like playing folk music because at some point I didn't have a band to play, so I just picked the guitar, did a couple of songs, and toured pretty much like 2-3 years on my own, like trying to do something like a little bit more, not professional, but serious about it, like bring the message to more people, not only like in Portugal. So I was like, yeah, let's do this, and finally like I arrived to a point like 4 years later that I can do this with a full band. And I mean, it's just a matter of trying and practicing a lot, and just go to the road. Like, really doesn't matter like the money you're gonna make in the end, or the recognition by this like mainstream media or not, or this record label, or man, fuck that shit. We need to just stay true to ourselves and spread what we want to spread. There's loads of channels, there's loads of people doing and spreading the like a good word, like a beloved message, and instead of just going to this like obvious mainstream media channels and and try to be the good guy and the bad guy, where good and bad doesn't exist. It's just a matter of perspective. So.
Yeah. But can you tell me what punk music is today? Because
Oh.
punk is coming from a different place, from a different.
I mean, no one actually can say what punk is, but my definition of punk probably, like, it actually developed throughout the years. Nowadays, punk is way more conscious and aware. That back in the like 1970s, I think, because it was like this nihilistic thing of like against government, but punk evolved to. Like evolved a little bit. It's normal. Like every subculture, every niche develops as years go by because reality changes every day. So I think this new wave of punk rockers, it's cool to see this like in the 90s, these like vegan straight edge bands that were like really like a big thing, and that influenced probably like the movement forever, because now there's like vegan stuff all over the world, and like one of the main pushers of that culture was as well the punk culture. So
Yeah.
it's really crazy to see what punk did in probably like, I don't know, 40-50 years. It's interesting. I mean punk has a cool vibe.
Yeah. Well, you use punk or this very heavy music, kind of heavy music, to bring the message of your songs and your music to the people,
I
to
mean,
the audience.
Usually punk is played from the heart, because I mean there's successful punk bands that probably now they do it for the money, but fuck it. But like usually punks, like they bring this message, whatever it is, even if it's like this nihilistic message, they bring it from the heart. They fucking mean it, and I think like I approach punk in this really like straight to your face attitude. You can say whatever you want, no one will judge you. You can play whatever you want, as loud or not as you can, and people will accept you by the way you are. It's not about what you dress or what, like, I don't know. Obviously, if you're a fascist cunt, probably people won't actually hug you, but no, I'm kidding.
Well,
But yeah.
yeah. You are from Porto in Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal.
And you recently moved to London, UK.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you switched to London now, and what is the difference for you?
I mean, I switched to, I moved to London because first I had like this like job offer at a tattoo studio there, and it was really nice. I'm a tattoo artist also, so I was really happy to have this invitation. And yeah, then I moved with my friend Bernardo. Ash is living there as well, so I was like, okay, I can have a band here, organize my stuff even better, like tours and promoting like as well other artists, trying to book more stuff as well with Oli. So we basically like we just we made sure everything in Portugal was kind of like settled, and we're like, okay, now it's time to move on. And yeah, obviously we still book shows in Portugal for other bands. We try to bring like the movement to there as well.
Yeah.
But we needed to move on and yeah, think a little bit more, yeah, with larger horizons, I think.
Yeah. So you don't miss the warm weather?
Oh no, that thing I will. Yeah, I miss that, because, I mean, but Netherlands is even worse, man. I'm like with 2 coats and I'm still cold. Like I just accept that I'm gonna be cold here. It's a reality. I just need to accept.
Well, can you tell me your opinion about beauty? What is beauty for you, and where does it come from?
Beauty.
Yeah.
Beauty comes from the eyes of the observer, you know, like what is beautiful for you may not be beautiful for me, but that doesn't mean we need to fight over beauty, you know, like that's about, it's a personal thing. It's like taste or like beauty. I mean, beauty for me, I don't know. I can find beauty in simple stuff, you know, like if you just, I mean, it's kind of easy if you just stay in the moment. You actually see beauty in all the simple things, you know, like you don't need much to actually realize that, oh, I need like a 10,000 euros art piece to find beauty and stuff like that. No, just go to a garden and fucking look at the flowers. They're fucking cool.
And can you tell me what the best sound ever is for you?
The best sound?
Yeah, like musical wise, or maybe you went somewhere to enjoy a nice acoustic maybe, and you think back maybe
the sound that I probably like the most is when I have my eyes closed and I'm taking deep breaths. That sound is really nice. It's really good to feel. Yeah. Probably that's my favorite sound. Yeah.
Okay. Well, your life is much related to meditation. You are influenced by Osho and Prem Rawat.
Prem Rawat, yeah.
A lot. Can you tell me how you manifest something like that, all the influences into your life and into your music and into your message?
I mean, these people are like are real influences in my life. Not only Prem Rawat and Osho, but Prem Rawat essentially because I practice his techniques, his meditation techniques, not his, but the one he gives to people. But yeah, Osho and Eckhart Tolle. Man, there's a lot of people that they're not like involved in music, but they influenced my life forever. Yeah, Jofi as well. I don't know if you met him. Jofi, I'm Alive. He was as well like one of the guys that put me probably. There's no right or wrong track, but in my perspective, the right track, he was like the one responsible. Those are like actually like my influences, and then I just write about what I learn and what I experience, you know, like I don't really need like musical influence to write songs because I read books and I also listen to music, but I like to read, you know. It's good to educate yourself and not be fucking brainwashed by mainstream medication.
Okay, yeah. Well, earlier you told me life is a gift. In general, you still say that, I think, and you say that also in your music and your new album.
Yeah.
What do you say to people who tell you that life sucks, that they have a bad life, that they have a bad environment? How do you tell them to turn around and maybe try to find a different way to enjoy life as a gift?
I mean, like, first thing, it's probably try to breathe a little bit more calmly, and then, man, sometimes accept that, okay, this situation, I don't really like it, but try to figure out why you don't really like it, and I mean, there's no problem on feeling like emotions. There's no problem to feel sadness or to express that or to cry or to do such things. Like, you're a human being, man. If you don't go through those emotions, you never will get rid of those emotions. So sometimes if you think that life sucks, man, it's not a problem to just cry about it and let it out and feel better after crying or just like, I don't know, like scream or just grab a pillow and you know, I don't know, man, something that makes your stuff go away, like, because nothing is forever, and I mean, those thoughts can really hurt you, but they're not gonna be there forever. At some point you'll think about what you will have for dinner or other end, something like that, you know. So yeah, you just need to acknowledge that even the painful thoughts, they're not gonna be like over and over again in your head forever. You can acknowledge that they do exist, and if you acknowledge them, there's a way to get rid of them as well. It's like this tool of observing your own thoughts and not being your mind. Your mind is a part of you and doesn't own you. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, your band is called We Bless This Mess.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, that's pretty much what I believe every human does here in this earth. Like, there's a mental mess to get rid of it because that's why I think like we all bless this mess. Like.
Okay. Well, coming back to your new album, you have 9 songs, some small ones, but in general nine songs. There are titles like Live for Today, Sound, Intentions, Love This Life, Ocean, and It's Just a Matter of Practice. Can you tell me in general what you are talking about, what you are singing about?
Yeah, I'm telling a story of someone that actually is me, like awakening, like, or it's not like I don't know. I like really to use like this word spiritual because people attach that to mumbo jumbo, but like, yeah, it is like a kind of a spiritual awakening. I mean, like, to be in this position that you can actually like observe your thoughts and make a better version of yourself every day, and not even give a fuck about what better is. You just feel in peace with yourself more and more and more and more, and then you get rid of the like limitations that are holding you, and yeah, that's like a never-ending process of evolving yourself. And I mean, I'm just putting those feelings out in songs, and that's why my songs are about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And in one of these songs, like Love This Life, you have it about wake up, break free today.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a very strong message.
Yeah.
Also, in the ocean, you think about you breathe the same air as I.
Yeah.
That sounds like you feel a big connection to all the living species on this planet.
Exactly.
Then
living and non-living, man. Like a piece of rock, a piece of wood, air. It's all alive. Everything is alive. Just, I don't know. Just look stuff at the microscope, and figure out by yourself. Everything is alive. So that's why I think life is all about this unity and not like the mind segregation of.
Yeah.
Of
in the manifesto, you also have it about fuck 9 to 5. What is this about?
This is just like, 9 to 5 is like the actual, like, normal work shift, you know, so I'm just explaining, dude, wake up, do something that you love, don't be stuck in a fucking office, like, regretting then when you're old that you didn't did this shit or that shit, like, just try, man, like, if you fail, try again, like, just practice a better visualization and it will bring better results. Like, try a different approach, because if you're failing and continuing the same approach, you're gonna fail again, man. Like, you just need to use your brain in a wise way. That's why, like, fuck 9 to 5, follow your dreams. And I mean, if your dream is to have a 9 to 5, why not? But in that sentence is just like a little, it's a little manifesto. It's just that.
And the last song is called "It's Just a Matter of Practice." What do you mean with that? Is it like practicing love and understanding?
Yeah, obviously it's that. Obviously, but I mean, it's just a matter of practice. If you want to get good at something, you just need to practice. But have a good practice, because if you practice in the wrong way, I don't know, playing an instrument, you won't play it right because you're playing it the wrong way. And if you practice a lot playing in the wrong way, you will get good at playing in the wrong way, you know? So like all the tools you have, you need to learn how to practice them, but obviously you need to practice them and practice them good, you know, like, and obviously it's just a matter of practice. It's about the power of meditation, like like being consistent and persistent in the stuff you do can lead you to a better place. Not outside, it's not in the fucking mountains that you reach the Zen and stuff like that. It's just like really, yeah, there's a place inside that you can reach that place if you want.
Yeah.
It's there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have a huge tour at the moment for this release tour.
Yeah.
So you're traveling through Portugal, Belgium, the UK, Holland at the moment, and also Germany. How is the reaction of the audience about your message? Are they ready for this?
I mean, like, if there wasn't promoters and bookers and friends and people that write to me, like, I probably wouldn't even, like, I don't know, man, like, it's not about being ready or not, like, people already take a little, because I'm not saying nothing new. People say this shit for thousands of years. Like, I'm not saying something new. Like, I think people can relate to this because it's a simple message. It's so simple. Like, yeah, I think that's why we, obviously with loads of work included, like loads of hours invested in being in front of a computer, booking these shows and making sure that we get this message out there. It's a mix between these two worlds, the world of giving and the world of receiving, you know, and they kind of then merge into the same experience. But yeah, we give a lot and we receive a lot. That's how it goes. Yeah. It's not about, I'm not saying like financial stuff. I'm saying like you give to this experience loads of your energy and then take the fruits back, you know, like you're planting seeds, seed grows into a tree, then it's time for the harvest and you take what is yours. There's nothing wrong on doing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are a singer-songwriter, so you sing, you play the guitar, you play even the violin and a little bit the piano.
Yeah.
You are very much integrated in the scene, the music scene in Portugal, but also in the UK. What advice do you give young musicians or young artists that want maybe to reach what you reach?
That's the first time someone asks me that because I think I'm that young guy. But man, just go outside, make sure you play, make sure you write songs from your heart, have fun, and yeah, if you really want to follow music, play music and play with a good attitude. Don't be an asshole to people in venues or people that work, like, and make sure that you're gonna play your shows. And yeah, just go with the flow, plan your stuff, but go with the flow because it's important. And don't really stress out too much because music is, yeah, everybody knows that music can be a little bit rough sometimes, but it's amazing at the same time. Like, I would never stop doing it because I love what I do. Yeah. It's basically, if you love, do it. Yeah.
Well, you're touring now with a trio,
Yeah.
including you, with Bernardo from Porto and with Ash on bass.
Yeah.
What do you like about your band?
What
About
do
the
I like
musicians?
about my band? Okay, cool. They're first is these guys are my friends, you know, like I know them. No, I'm kidding. No, but like they're my friends, and I only tour with, like, I mean, if if it is about being stuck in a van for 6-7 hours a day, I would rather do it with people that I like, you know. And man, because I mean, at some point you need to choose with which people you're gonna be around, because that actually fucks your brain up if you're hanging around like people that are always like bringing you down or draining you. You know, like it's no fun to do it, and you need to actually be really like safe and clear and say that. There's no problem in being honest, you know. Like you just need to do it. So yeah, I choose my buddy Bernardo and my cousin Ash.
And musically, what do you like about their music? How they create the sound that you take on the road?
Musically, they're like really limited. No, I'm kidding. No, they're awesome. Like I'm really happy. Bernardo plays drums like with me since I don't know, like 7 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
6-7 years ago, we started like a band with Jovi, like, and played for the first time. And Ash, man, I'm really happy that he chose to just pick the bass, because he was playing guitar first and he picked the bass, and he's really into it now. So I'm quite happy. I'm happy with my little band.
Okay. Well, you have a lot of time when you travel in your van. I just heard that you eat a lot and you sing a lot, and maybe you cry and sleep a lot. What's going on when you travel so much? How is the feeling? What do I have to know? What would you want to share about that?
I mean, it's really nice to be traveling constantly from one place to another. It's also nice to be at home. Like, I mean, it's all about a balance between everything. And like being on the road, it's fun. Yeah, I do eat a lot, but because probably I have a fast metabolism and I eat shitloads of food. It's not my fault. It's my stomach. And yeah, like we sing like punk rock songs. We also sing really like our guilty pleasure songs like Blink-182 and Sum 41. And I mean, for me, it's not a guilty pleasure, but I know people that are like afraid to say, "Oh, I like Blink-182." But yeah, like we just do really like chill things. We sometimes stop from time to time to take a wee wee.
So no fights, no trouble.
With gas on the van, it's needed, unfortunately.
Yeah, we put gas on the van as well from time to time.
And
Not that we like to do it, but we need to, because the van doesn't work without it. Yeah.
Okay. What else do you like in your life besides music?
I mean, tattoos, they're nice. Eating, again, it's always a good activity. Yeah, being with my friends, being with my girlfriend, just normal. It's not normal. It's just my life. It's really. Yeah, I do skateboard, and yeah, I have like a 90s skate punk rocker life. That I designed some stuff, do tattoos. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, you also have a own record label, Oli Records.
Yeah. That's I'm doing that with Bernardo, Amaro, my brother in Portugal. Like now, Oli is like a little bit in the UK and another bit in Portugal, and we just are keeping that thing like that. It's nice. It's a platform for us to do like a little bit something in the scene. So it's good to have like a way to take action, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much for this beautiful talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being
it's always a
that
pleasure.
open.
Boom.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.